In this video, I'll be talking about how to write your goals using the law of attraction. My name is Paul Tobey from Training Business Pros. Thanks once again for joining me. The law of attraction is an extremely powerful law. I didn't know it for many years, but since I have, I've been practicing it and have manifested many of the great things that I have in my life, if not all of them. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you a 4-part formula on how to actually write your goals. I learned this from a very powerful person called Dr. Robert Anthony several years ago. It served me well. It's going to serve you well too. So by the time you get done this video, you'll know the exercise, you'll know exactly how to write your goals and how to start manifesting them. Remember, you need all 4 parts, so stick around to the end. Let's get going. Okay, so today we're talking about how to write our goals using the law of attraction. If you're a practitioner of the law of attraction, this will be a reminder to you how important goals are. If you're new to it, you need to understand this is really the first part. The number one reason why people don't get what they want in life is because they don't actually know what it is they want. And this is a great exercise for you on how to figure that out. Let's go through it. It's called the True Heart's Desire Intensity Scale. And the first part of the exercise is to write down a list of 10 things that you want to do, be, or have in your life that you do not have right now. And as you write them, I want you to be as crystal clear as you can possibly be. In other words, the universe and the law of attraction does not really understand vague. What it wants is clear instructions, just like you were ordering at a restaurant. I'm pretty sure you have enough common sense to know that you don't go to a restaurant and order food. You order something specific. So just like ordering food off a menu, you want to be as specific as possible with the things that you want to do or be or have in your life. And again, my suggestion is that you take some time with this. 15 minutes is not a good amount of time to do this exercise. I'm thinking a week or a couple of weeks or even a month to really start thinking about what it is you really want. Spend time with it. Don't be so quick to rush to judgment about what you actually want to achieve. So that takes some time and some effort. I'm going to suggest to you, like I said, maybe a couple of weeks is a good amount of time to do this part of the exercise. Be as crystal clear as possible. Don't write 9, don't write 11, don't write 21. 10 is the right number. All right. Now that you have this, let's move on to part 2. If you had that and you were that, or you could become that person, how would that make you feel? If you had that, or could become that, or could do that thing that you want to do. And I want you to pay particular attention to how excited you feel when you think about these things. Some of them are going to be obviously more exciting than others. So I would suggest to you again that you take a few weeks with this. Sit with it. Maybe change one of the things on your list. Because of course, excitement is key to the law of attraction. The more excited you are, the higher the vibrational frequency that you're putting out into the universe, and the more it will match higher frequencies to help you get there. If you don't really understand the whole concept of frequency, I'm going to post a link up here in the corner to another video where I talk specifically about the frequencies in the law of attraction. So that's number 2. If you had that, if you were that, or you could be that person, how would that make you feel? And again, pay really close attention to the level of excitement. Then part 3 of this exercise is to rate your desires on the True Heart's Desire Intensity Scale. So you're going to list your desires across the bottom. You don't need to write them out again. Just know that the number 1 corresponds to the first thing on your list, and the number 10 corresponds to the number 10 thing on your list. So you've got essentially 1 through 10 at the bottom. Then on the left-hand side, going up the scale, 10 is the greatest amount of excitement, 1 being very little excitement. And in addition to this, I'd like you to think of it like the Richter scale. If you're not familiar with the Richter scale, it's what measures seismic activity and volcanoes, things like that. And the way the Richter scale works is a 6 is 10 times more powerful than a 5. So as you go up the scale, the next number is 10 times more powerful in energy than the previous number. So again, 7, 10 times more powerful than a 6. As you think about this, then the number 10 is obviously a tremendous amount of excitement and energy. And if you have things on your list, which I suggest you might, that are a number 10, then your ability to manifest those things will be much greater because you have more intrinsic motivation and excitement. And that's what truly activates the law of attraction. So then place a dot on the scale for each of the corresponding requests. And what you'll find is you'll end up with a scale that sort of looks like this. You don't necessarily have to draw lines in between them, but just know that that dot on the scale represents the amount of excitement you have for each desire. Then again, take another couple of weeks and keep going with this exercise. Move things around. You might decide that whatever was a number 5 is now a number 7, and what was a 10 is now a 9, that kind of thing. So for example, one of my desires in life was to get to Carnegie Hall. And that to me was a level 10. That meant everything to me because it was something that I had been focusing on for many years. And I didn't know how to leverage the law of attraction in my life. So for the first 40 years of being a musician, I didn't get very far. I got a lot of things. I got a recording contract. I got touring. I made 8 albums. I played in 17 different countries. I totally get that there was a lot of wins in there, but I just didn't understand how to leverage the law of attraction to get to Carnegie Hall. And of course, I didn't get there until I actually left the music business, started learning more about manifesting things in my life and the law of attraction. Then back in 2018, I did play Carnegie Hall long after I left the music business. So that just goes to show you that the way that you focus on what you want to do, be, or have in your life is extremely important to absolutely being able to manifest that. So pre-law of attraction, no Carnegie Hall. Post-law of attraction, Carnegie Hall. And it wasn't because I could play the piano really well that I got there, although that helped a lot, because, you know, it would be kind of embarrassing if I performed there and didn't know how to play the piano. But you need to understand that there were a lot of other factors that manifested in order for me to actually fulfill that dream in my life. But if I didn't know what it was, there's no possible way I would have ever gotten there. So that's why the True Heart's Desire intensity scale exercise is extremely important. Okay, so let's go on to the last part now. So part 4 essentially is rubber hits the road. What do you do once you know you have 1 or maybe even 2 number 10s? I'm pretty sure that you're not going to have all 10s. One of these things or 2 of these things are going to make you more excited than the other things on the list. And that's good news because if you go after the 10, such as Carnegie Hall, there's a lot of other things that can happen that were lower on the list, and they happen by default as you go for the big one. For example, getting a recording contract or touring and things like that. Going after the big goal manifests a whole bunch of other goals, which may not be a 10 in terms of the amount of energy or excitement that you have for it. So part 4 is you need to start doing things. So 1, you need to learn from others who have achieved what you want to achieve. Cheat a little bit. Ask them how they did it. Try to avoid all the mistakes. The second part is whatever you do that you're moving towards this goal, that whatever action you take, that it actually helps others. Number 3 is clear out limiting beliefs. So you might have limiting beliefs about being able to manifest those 10s on your list. Oh, I'm never going to get to Carnegie Hall. That's a limiting belief. And number 4 would be any kind of mantras or vax, just these little mind exercises that you need to do in order to focus on what it is you want. And then finally, number 5, you actually have to start doing something. If you don't do anything, in fact, if you don't change what you're doing now, you can't really expect anything to be different, even if you do this exercise. So you have to start working towards that goal. What does that mean? Does that mean that you need to start a business, or does that mean you need to do something else in order to prepare for the manifesting of that goal? Again, remember, if you change nothing, you don't change your behaviors, and you don't change your actions, you can't really expect the law of attraction to work for you, because it's all about focus. And the more you're in the act of manifesting something by doing something, the more the law of attraction will be activated, because you're in a constant state of enthusiasm as you get more and more excited approaching each of your goals. So that's my take on how to write goals using the law of attraction. I hope that's valuable to you. It's definitely valuable to me and to thousands of other people that I've taught it to over the years. Please use it. It will serve you well. Thanks for your time.